They say a house can hold memories both beautiful and terrible. But what if those memories become something more? What if the echoes of violence and despair linger, transforming a place of dwelling into a vessel of pure darkness? Welcome to the story of 112 Ocean Avenue, the Amityville Horror House. Today, we delve into the chilling tale of a house that has become synonymous with terror. A place where tragedy and the unexplained intertwine, leaving behind a legacy of fear. But before we begin, if you're intrigued by these dark stories, please subscribe and hit that like button. Your support fuels our investigations. The story begins with a brutal act of violence committed by Ronald Joseph DeFeo Jr., born September 26, 1951, and who died in prison on March 12, 2021. In the early hours of November 13, 1974, within the confines of 112 Ocean Avenue, DeFeo systematically ended the lives of his entire family. His father, mother, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters. All were taken in a horrifying act, each slain in their own beds. He was tried and convicted of 6 counts of second-degree murder, receiving a sentence of 25 years to life. This wasn't merely a crime, it was a massacre, a stain of blood and terror that seeped into the very foundations of the house, a tragedy that would later inspire the book and film versions of the Amityville Horror. Then came the Lutz family, seeking a new beginning. 13 months after the DeFeo tragedies, they purchased the seemingly idyllic house at a drastically reduced price of $80,000 in December 1975, unaware of the darkness that lingered within its walls. Almost immediately, they began to experience a series of unsettling phenomena. Unexplained cold spots, the distinct scent of unknown odors, and the incessant sound of disembodied footsteps became a nightly occurrence. But these were just the beginning. Their spine-tingling tales of paranormal activity, despite them only lasting 28 days in the house, are what propelled the legend of the Amityville Horror and spawned a torrent of books, documentaries, and movies. Other paranormal activity included a nearby garage door opening and closing on its own. Unseen forces sent kitchen knives crashing to the floor. A bestial form with glowing red eyes peered in at George and Daniel from an unseen window. George awoke to find Kathy suspended above the bed, weightless, and both Daniel and Christopher were found floating in their sleep, side by side. Following their departure, George and Kathy Lutz publicly recounted their harrowing experiences. To lend credence to their claims, they even underwent lie detector tests, which they reportedly passed. However, their story was not without its critics. Publicly known legal and financial difficulties facing the couple led some to speculate that they might have fabricated the fantastical narrative for financial gain. Adding to the controversy, in 1979, William Weber, the Lutz's former lawyer, who had a falling out with them over monetary disputes, alleged that the entire horror story was concocted during numerous late-night gatherings over many bottles of wine. Despite these claims, which cast doubt on the veracity of their account, the enduring impact of the alleged hauntings is undeniable. Daniel Lutz later lived a quiet life as a stonemason in Queens, New York, maintained that the house profoundly affected his life. He would continue to be plagued by nightmares until his death. He died on May 8, 2006 from heart disease, while Kathleen Lutz died from emphysema on August 17, 2004. The couple had divorced in the 1980s but remained on good terms. After the Lutz fled the house, the Cromartie family purchased it. They were continually harassed by fans of the movie and their property was vandalized. People stole roof shingles and dug out pieces of their lawn. Also, people would ring their doorbell in the middle of the night. Eventually they moved out and fled too. Regardless of the truth, the Amityville story remains a potent source of fear and fascination. The feeling of being watched, a constant oppressive presence, became unbearable. It wasn't just the idea of a ghost, it was the sense of an intelligent, malevolent force, something that was not just observing, but actively manipulating the environment. The house itself seemed to be alive, feeding on their fear, twisting their perceptions. There are whispers of the land itself being tainted, a place where ancient rituals were performed, a burial ground disturbed. This adds a layer of history to the horror, suggesting that the darkness at 112 Ocean Avenue may predate the DeFeo tragedy. The idea that the house was built upon a foundation of suffering creates an even deeper sense of dread. The sense of possession, not just of the house, but of the minds of those who lived within it, is a recurring theme. The feeling that the structure itself was imbued with a malevolent intelligence, capable of manipulating its inhabitants, is a truly terrifying concept. The dread was a physical thing, a weight that pressed down on those inside. The feeling of being watched was constant, and the feeling that something was trying to manipulate the people within the house. The sense of an unseen hand guiding events, warping reality, was a constant source of terror. The house was not merely a location, it was an active participant in their nightmares. The Amityville house, originally known as 112 Ocean Avenue, officially sold in February 2017 to an undisclosed owner for $605,000, which was $200,000 less than the original asking price. It had been previously owned by 4 other families since the tragedies, one of which had the address changed to 108 Ocean Avenue. Is the Amityville horror story simply a house with a tragic past, or is it a vessel for something far more sinister? What do you believe? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the heart of darkness. Remember to subscribe to Conrad's Brain Candy for more explorations into the unknown. We'll catch you in the next video.